Welcome to the Leedz Edutainment Podcast, featuring in-depth interviews with people in hip-hop culture, based out of New England. Leedz. You're good?
Yep.
All right. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Leedz Edutainment Podcast. We have a very special guest today. DJ, producer, jack of all trades, Mr. Statik Selektah. Thank you for making time.
No doubt, man. This is our second time, right?
No, this is our first.
We never did a first. Nah, we did.
When?
I'm bugging, man. My bad.
Yeah, it's all good. We've known each other for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone's trying to break in my groove. Yeah, it's been a minute, bro. Like, I don't know if you know this. So you go up in Sandown, right?
I did.
You know, my brother owns a house there.
Now? Or back then?
You didn't know that? No, he still does. But he got divorced from his wife. But I grew up a lot of my life was spent in Sandown, New Hampshire.
No shit.
My brother's 20 years older than me, so like I used to like stay there for days on end. Like, what's the name of the street? I'm trying to remember the name of the street. It's like the same block that Peter lives on. I think you lived right there too.
I was Pete was like right on the Chester line. I was more towards the baseball field and basketball. I was more in the middle of town. He was right at the end.
But yeah, shout out to Sandown.
That's something you don't generally hear a lot, but based on that area, there was a lot of people that got in the hip hop scene from that area. Well, not a lot, but
yeah, that reminds me of Lawrence though. It's crazy if you look at so I was born in Lawrence, grew up there, and then my parents got divorced and I moved to New Hampshire. But like, if you look at Lawrence, Massachusetts, and what came out of there hip hop wise, it's insane.
Yeah.
You got Rex from Snatcher, Scientific, rest in peace, Terminology, the whole ST, all that, and me. And it's insane because it's just like random city of Massachusetts. Like, Worcester's cool, but Worcester, the only hip hop Worcester got is like Elder Head Toucher and fucking Jordan Lucas, which is cool. But Lawrence got all those names. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. It was a lot of New York influence in Lawrence, I think. Like, a lot of people moved from New York to Lawrence.
Yeah, it's all Puerto Rican, Dominican. So like everybody there got some family in New York.
Yeah. So probably hence the hip hop influence. But so you ended up in Exeter. Is that right? You said? Yeah,
my parents got divorced when I was 10 years old, and my mom, just like out of being a kind soul, was like, let me bring him to be with his dad, even though it's crazy. Like, when I look at all the shit I go through with my kid and with all this shit, it's like, she really did some selfless shit and brought me to the same town that my dad moved to. Because he worked up there. He always worked up there. Even when we lived in Methuen, Lawrence, all that, like, he worked up there. And the fact she followed him up there just so I could be with my dad was very like selfless, and I respect it. Because when I got up there, I was like, it inspired me because I wasn't around the people I was used to. And, I met a couple of homies. Shout out to Bug Out. Shout out to Doug York. Shout out to Craig, Craig Mosier. I met those dudes, my man Matt. I met those like 4 people in particular that were like, kind of like, when you go out of an element and get to it and you're like, oh, you guys know what Gangstar is? You know what Wu-Tang is? Like, you kind of have a connection already. And that was like what it was. So like we bonded immediately off that.
Were you guys the only ones really diehard hip hops in that area?
We had some like, Brian's older brother and a couple other people that were into it, but pretty much. But there was a radio station on UNH, which is funny because DJ Exit, who's from Keene, New Hampshire, he's actually my A&R now, Masterfield Records.
Oh, dope.
And he's from Keene. He used to do UNH once in a while. And he sent me a mixtape in the mail. I remember like I studied it, like it was like, well, there was like a dope DJ that knew how to cut and blend and all that shit. I studied all that shit. So it's funny how now he's my actual A&R. Like,
perfect.
He also engineered all Akon shit. So I did Akon's first mixtape when he dropped Locked Up and like Lonely and all that. And I had no clue that Akon was the engineer of it. Like we had no clue. We didn't meet till later. We met like years later, like 7, 8 years later. I met him in Atlanta. He also engineered a lot of Cash Money shit. He did a lot of like Manny Fresh and Birdman and all that. But he's from fucking Keene, New Hampshire. So when we actually got cool, it's just bugged out that here we are in 2023. And he's my A&R Master Appeal.
I love it.
Yeah.
Keene was where all my friends went to college. I didn't get in there.
Yeah. I went up there once or twice, got in a bunch of fights.
But, that sounds about right. So when did you start DJing in that area? Because that's not an easy area to start DJing, and with the hip hop taste that you had. Well,
bringing it back to Exeter, so they have to give a radio show to 4 people. Can you? Never mind.
You're upside down.
So why was this? My phone's bugging out. My daughter dropped my phone in the bathroom. Now it's bugging out.
There you go.
You back?
Yep, we're back.
All right. So my mom moved up there and found out that they have to give a radio show to 4 students at the local high school.
Really?
Phillips Academy, which is one of the most prestigious high schools in the world. They have to give a radio show to 4 kids. And every semester I would write an essay and get it. I would get it every time. So I actually started radio in high school. I started radio. I was reporting to CMJ, to Gavin, all that. And I was on the radio at 14 years old, which sounds crazy now because I look at 14-year-olds now and I'm like, these kids don't even know how to like order a meal in a restaurant.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, it's bugged out. And yeah, I started radio at 14. I was doing all the parties over there. But I didn't go there. At the time, it was like $50,000 a year to go there.
Yeah,
now
it's elite school.
That shit's over $100,000, and this is for high school.
Jeez.
And like, meanwhile, all my friends were like, "Fuck those kids!" Like, all the town, they called them townies. They were all like, "Fuck the kids to go there," because they looked at them as like rich fucks. But I was just like, "Nah, let's get to it. Like, let's get it popping."
Nah, get it popping in Southern New Hampshire. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So were you doing parties? Did you move to, but when did you move to Boston after that?
I moved to Boston in 2000. So before I graduated high school, I had an apartment for 5 months before I even graduated high school. A nice spot too was in Fenway. Like, it was right next to the Boston Pops.
So you moved on your own to Fenway before you even graduated high school.
Yeah, I got to shout out I try not to be that guy that doesn't appreciate people. Like, I've been taking care of myself forever. I worked forever. But my dad paid rent for like, I would say he helped me out for like, now mind you, it was only $500 for my rent. But he helped me out for like probably 4 months. So shout out to my dad. Now I pay my mom's rent, my baby mom's rent, everybody else's rent. But back then, I gotta give props to my dad for helping me out with that. But one time, speaking of baby moms, is there a way to pause this?
Sure.
The next part of this is gonna get better because my daughter's gonna be part of it.
We're back. How you doing?
I want to put on a whisper.
She thinks she's 15 years old.
How old is she?
How old are you gonna be?
8.
She'll be 8 next month.
Good age to be.
Good age to be. But yeah, let's keep it going.
Yeah, so you ended up in Boston in Fenway at 17 years old, still in high school. That's pretty impressive, man.
Yeah, man. I remember we went for our senior trip for graduation. We went to Boston on a cruise, like one of those, like, all right, okay. We went on a cruise, and the teachers were like, "All right, everybody, get on the bus to go home." And I was like, "Nah, my crib's down the block." And they were like, "You're getting on the bus." I was like, "No, I'm not." They were like, "If you get on that," they're like, "If you don't get on the bus, you're not graduating." I didn't get on the bus.
Oh,
I did graduate. You're not going to graduate because you missed like 20 days a week of school.
Uh-oh.
Why is it soapy?
I don't know. But yeah, what a time to be alive.
Back then or now?
All the times. So I started working for Metro Concepts. I know you know what that is.
Yes,
And
I do.
I was doing street team for Eminem and Big L and all these like, I was thinking of this story last night because I've been working for Eminem for 18 years now in Shade 45.
Right.
But there was one night me and shout out to O'Neill from Metro Concepts. We drove Eminem to the Palace in Saugus, and we got there, and this guy's like, "Yo, does he want some Molly?" Or he said some shit like that.
Where's the lip balm?
And I was like, "Yo, Em, you want some Molly?" He's like, "Don't talk to me." Those are the only words Eminem has ever said to me in my life.
Don't talk to me?
Yeah. That's just back in the day, like way, way, way back. But still, it's funny because now we got plaques together. Like I got some big records with Eminem.
What did you do for production with him? Because I wasn't specifically clear.
I did Detroit versus Everybody.
Oh yeah.
I did Richard with him and Obi Trice. I did those two, but still, Detroit versus Everybody's like out of here. They play it at every single game in Detroit. Like you go to a hockey game, a basketball game, football, they play it everywhere.
That's great.
I actually did a Boston versus Everybody. Edo G was on a big show.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that. So you work for Metro, then you start your own marketing company, right? ShowOff Marketing, right?
ShowOff Marketing. And it's funny because I called Clinton Spark. I was like, yo, I got an idea. I should call it Step Up. And he's like, would you say show off? And I was like, yeah. Like, he thought I like said show off. And I was like, yeah, that's what I said. Shout to Clinton, man. Chubby Chub, G-Fin, Clinton, those are like my OGs, man. Like, I was
Go ahead.
Child. Like, I was going to G-Fin's crib when I was 14 years old. Like, I was a kid going over there.
I want to talk about that because, like, that's not normal for an average kid to have the drive you have.
It's actually weird. Like,
yeah,
nowadays, if a 14-year-old's going to, like, a 30-year-old's crib, it's super weird. But I was just, like, anywhere I could get in, I would, I was just all about it, doing radio show intros, mixes. Like, there was a day, shout out to LBD. You know who LBD is?
Yeah. Well, Hot 97 PD.
That dude looked me in the face and was like, yo, you'll never be on the radio. Like, you're not going to be on my station. He couldn't stand me back then. And I would look him in the eye and be like, yes, I am. And Chubby Chub went on tour with Khalees, and Chub had me fill in for him every day. I was on 6 days a week. And LBD was so mad. But at that point, LBD wanted me on the radio. He's like, yo, you're killing all the clubs. This is like a year or two later. But like, I've been told no by everyone you could possibly imagine. And the only way to get around it is by just like being consistent.
Where did that drive come from? Because that's what I'm curious, because that's not something that really instilled in you in Southern New Hampshire, growing up.
Yeah, it's just not settling, man. Like, I literally like, you just can't settle. You got to be like, this is what I'm going to do. There's no more shaving cream. She wants to make slime. Look at this. This is what I got to deal with in my life.
Slime?
I use the camera. Look at this. By the way, the reason it looks foggy is because she dropped my phone in the bath.
Oh.
Now I have to get a new phone like today. I do. But yo, all that is to say this. Consistency is everything. And look at my view on my crib now. That's the view up. I don't know if you can see it, but
well, it's foggy. Is it foggy?
Yeah, because of the phone. Hold on, let me squeeze it. Watch. Hold on, let me fix it. If I push on it, it works. That's New York City. What's up? I'm not gonna sell your iPad. You're getting a computer on your birthday. Look at these things. Look at these ridiculous. There's the cause pieces. I was gonna have a lot. Damn, my phone is so messed up because of Harley.
Yeah, flip it around and if you can.
Oh yeah, I can do that. I'm bugging. These are all like cause pieces. Look at the view now. You probably be able to see it now.
Wow.
It's still foggy.
That's good though. Where in New York do you live?
Right on the water in Williamsburg. We got the pool overlooking the whole city.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's not cheap.
Talk about, yeah, no, I wouldn't imagine. Let's talk about that move, because you make the move to New York. I mean, again, you know, when did you move to New York?
2004.
Yeah, so not too long after you end up in New York. Even what was why did you want to do that? Obviously, you know, New York, home of hip hop. But what were the other reasons?
It was my goal since like I was a kid. It was just like at one point I was just like, yo, I'm out. I just decided to be out. I had the marketing company. I had the record store. We had the record store Crates on Tremont Street, 418 Tremont Street.
I remember.
Good times. But yeah, I was like, I'm out. I had to be.
Do hip hop when I grow up.
You want to do hip hop when you grow up? You already do, buddy. You're on mad albums.
That's
I want you to sing and make music. You do. You do make your own beats. You do. You have any drawings on you? Draw one right now. So we can show.
So New York.
My daughter lives a life, bro. Look at this. She got her own collection of bear bricks. Like, this is a painting for 1 year old by C Pros, who's like one of the illustrators. Nah, that's not it.
Wow, look at all this.
Sam. I'm actually really
He lives a life. Of course, the album cover.
Yeah. Round trip out now.
Yeah, man.
Wow, not bad. Not bad, Statik.
It's all boot rap.
Doing well.
No, that's a good one. That is good. Yo, all right, now let's do hip hop history with Harley Hall. Who's your favorite rapper?
Biggie.
Biggie? And who's your uncle?
Biggie.
No.
Joey Badass.
Joey Badass?
And Maves. No, he's my godfather. Tom? What time was that your fun?
A shot for first.
Look, Daddy, this is my drawing.
Lovely. Good
Look
job.
at that. Gets it in.
Much better than I can do now.
She loves anime.
I'm obsessed.
You're obsessed?
Look, I'm looking for him all the animes.
Now it's no longer my
This interview has taken a different turn.
You broke the camera.
What? How do you swim?
You broke the camera.
Well, we got a technical difficulty. Oh, there he's back.
These are anime ones. And this one. And this anime.
Wow. Look at all this.
And my plushies.
Yep. Put on your bathing suit. We're going swimming.
It is hot out there. When did you start making beats, Statik?
Probably 93. Before I started DJing.
Really? I didn't know that.
I wasn't that good for years, and then Term started talking shit. So I was like, I gotta get better. KRS-One, OC, AZ, Foxy Brown, those were like my first placements. Which is funny because like it sounds crazy that those are my first placements. Oh, Rex too. Shout out to Rex. Yo, we just shot a video. I don't know if you heard my album yet.
Yeah, I did.
Or like Rex, JFK, Term, everybody.
Yeah.
We shot a video to it. It's fun, man. Like Easy Money. We shot it in Bushwick in this like, it's like a train, like a subway cart. We shot it. It's gonna be super dope.
What about Serious Shade 45? When did you start DJing there? Is that when you moved to New York?
2005. So I've been on there like about 18 years.
And when is the show? Was it always the same time? When is the show exactly the time?
Yeah, it's always been Thursday nights. It used to be 8 to 12, but now everybody shows in 2 hours. So now it's 7 and 9 now.
You doing anything else on the radio?
Nah, I just like doing that, man. That's my like therapy. It's my therapy. Like doing that shit every week is like doing mixtapes.
Do you do that mixtapes? Kind of forgotten art. Do you do how many mixtapes? You probably did a ton, right, in the era.
Yeah, I mean not that many. Probably like I don't know, probably like 40. But it was like I did a lot of meaningful mixtapes. Like I did Nas's official mixtape. I did
I
John
remember that.
Legend's mixtape. I did Akon's mixtape. Like I did some big ones. And then I world premiered the Jay-Z Nas record, Black what's it called? Black Presidents.
Yeah.
Black Republicans. And that was crazy. We sold 10,000 mixtapes in like 10 minutes.
10 minutes, huh?
Yeah, me and Big Mike. Shout out to Big Mike.
So when did you start? Like, when was it like, I'm going to start making albums now? That was just obviously the natural progression.
The second Drama got arrested. As soon as Drama got arrested, I knew the mixtape game was over. I called Clinton Sparks. I go, yo, what? You got arrested for selling mixtapes. So I called Clinton because they're illegal, because we don't own the music, we're selling on them. So I called Clinton Sparks that day, and I go, what are you gonna do about mix unit? And he goes, what's mix unit? That was the second I knew it was over. I was like, it's done. Like my brain recalculated everything going on in my life. I was like, I have to start making real music right now. Like I have to start making albums.
And you did.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't survive it, man. Thank you, baby.
Get it back.
You're the best.
Slime. That's a lot of slime.
You see how much slime she's playing with?
That's a lot of freaking slime.
No, she made it from scratch. Like this isn't bought in the store. She made it.
So 10 albums later, right, man? Like,
Yeah.
and you've worked with everybody. I mean, who's left to work with at this point? No one, probably, right?
Yes. I mean, Kendrick. I was signed to Jay-Z for 5 years, so like technically I worked with him, but not really. I gotta do something with Jay. But the Rock Nation run was fun. I'm signing Nas now, Mass Appeal. You know Nas. Yeah, you did. Harley like has like dinner with these guys and doesn't know it. Like she literally sat down with Nas and Raekwon for dinner.
Imagine if you did that at 10 years old or 8 years old.
I can't imagine it.
Right.
Like she really doesn't. She'll get it someday.
After 10 years later, looking back at round trip, what was different with this at making this album than anything else? Was there any different approach?
It just took forever, man. I don't want to make albums like this anymore. I'd rather just do collab projects. Like me and Boldy James have an incredible album we're about to drop, and I'm like really excited about it.
Don't show him that.
No, it's a different James.
That's the intro right there to the Boldy James Statik Selektah.
Harley actually. Oh no, you met Boldy. You have met him.
How is he doing? Didn't he get hurt real bad? I didn't see all the details.
He broke his neck, bro. He was like paralyzed in his. You know who fixed it? Chuck English's mom is Boldy's aunt, and she rushed to the hospital and did an emergency surgery on him and like made it where he could walk again. Like it's insane.
How did he break his
And that
neck?
was like 2 days after we finished our project. Like me and Boldy did a whole album in 1 day. After the day after me and Bun did an album, me and Boldy did an album. Like Boldy's a beast, man.
So you prefer making the collaborative albums over the technical compilation style?
Yeah, and I'm over chasing 30 rappers. It's done.
Yeah, it can be challenging. I've done the same, not on the level you have, but it can be hard.
Getting a 10th album done that way was a big deal.
Plus, you keep upping the features. Like they just keep getting bigger and bigger, so that's gonna be more harder to get. I'm guessing, or time wise, because people are busier.
That's why I don't like Not for nothing, I love Jadakiss. Jadakiss is a close friend of mine, but I'll never ask him for anything again because it's a pain in the ass chasing him. 2 Chainz, like all these guys, they're my close friends. Like me and 2 Chainz have a whole classic album coming out. It's bananas. Mary J. Blige is on the intro. It's bananas. But I'm not asking any of them for nothing ever again because it's exhausting, bro.
He's a rebel. Oh, yes.
Well, I mean, Chainz album's gonna change the game though, because it's like his Reasonable Doubt.
Really?
Yeah, nah, it's special. I don't want to give away
special. Why is it special?
It's not even about the features. It's about what 2 Chainz is saying on it. It's literally like he was put on Reasonable Doubt. Like it's really special.
Talk about some other special moments you've had making music with some of these guys. What are some of those standouts moments that you had?
Being in the lab with Tribe Talk Quest, like walking into Q-Tip's crib and him being like, yo, peep this. And he starts bringing up track by track. Picture like a snare, then a hi-hat, and then Fife's vocals coming up. And I'm like, oh shit, you got a Fife first? And he's like, nah, we did a whole album. And he's like, I'm like, what? It felt like I got hit by a truck. Like, Tip, shout out to Tip, shout out to, man. Bro, all right, I'll tell you a story on some New Hampshire shit.
Got it.
You hate New Hampshire because there's so many shootings? Why is there's no shootings in New Hampshire? Why do you say that?
No, there's no school shootings. There's plenty of guns going off in New Hampshire. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, shooting like wood.
As we speak, there's guns being shot in New Hampshire.
Your grandfather lives there. You hate school? All right, so people, I love telling the story, and I don't really get to tell the story.
Great.
It's 2005. Me and Doug York, shout out to Doug York.
Granite State.
Exeter, Granite State. Me and him go pull up on Primo, right?
Yeah.
Correct. No, I'm not. I'm talking to somebody. Chill out. So we're at Primo's studio, and I'm like, yo, bro, everybody thinks you and Nas are doing an album. And he's like, yeah, we did the scratch article, but blah, blah, blah. And I was like, why don't you just like hit Nas right now and be like, let's do an album? Yo, he gets on the phone. I had no clue who he's on the phone with. He's like, yeah, I'm in the studio. Bro, me and Doug are just there talking shit. We're drinking some beers. Dude, Nas pulls up like 10 minutes later. Nas walks in. And Doug's in the booth doing a drop for Primo's radio show. It was like when he first started Sirius. It was like 2000. Yeah, it was like 2005. And now, Nas walks in. He's like, yo. Oh, she's killing me. Get it out of your hair. Now she got slime in her hair. So Nas is like, yo, man. He's like, oh, Harley, you're killing me. Look at this. Killing me. Now I gotta cut off all your hair.
No, you don't. You want to cut off.
Nas is like, yo, I love that prophecy mixtape you did for me. He's like, I love it. He goes, it's my favorite mixtape anyone ever did. So like Nas shit. So I'm like, word. So I'm like, yo, me and Doug are like literally like we're pretty much shaking because we're both like 22 years old, and we're in the studio with Primo and Nas, like the reason we breathe air, and we're like, yo, we're gonna let you work, and we left, bro. Like 10 minutes later, Primo called me. He's like, yo, Nas already left. I'm like, damn. You know what's hilarious about all of it? Teflon dropped a song this week called Contraband. And that's the beat that Primo played us that I was like, call Nas right now. Like, I was like, dude, play Nas that. And that's the beat. It came out this week. I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of great moments, man.
So now what, man? You've achieved so much. You've gone beyond what most people could do. Where's your head at now?
I want to have fun with it, man. I want to like do these projects. Do not cut your hair. Where's the scissors? This is where my head's at. Look at this. I'm dealing with a psychopath.
Fatherhood?
No, she takes up like all my life, and I love it. Harley, who's there with you every day?
I cut my hair.
Don't do that again. She literally cut her hair. Look at this.
That's not good.
Now, this is my, you had a kid recently, right?
No kid.
Well, if you do, put slime in their hair. Nah, this is my life. It consumes my. So Monday through Thursday, I'm with my daughter, and then Thursday through Monday, I'm on flights. I'm just doing crazy shit. But
still DJing a lot of gigs apparently.
We're getting the pool. Yeah. We're about to go swimming. Put on your bathing suit. We got turtles too. We got turtles.
We are all getting an exquisite tour of Statik Selektah's.
Oh no, I haven't shown nothing.
Oh yeah. Well, why are you doing this? Where's your collection? Let's see your collection because why you got the
what? I got like a couple of houses worth of art in here. But
that's what I'm saying.
My studio's in Bushwick.
Oh,
see, right now we're on the water in Williamsburg. My studio's in Bushwick. That's where I have a track star and all that.
Well, I know you got something in there.
I know
you got something.
You know how Jay-Z was suing Jonathan Mannion? This is one of one from the Reasonable Doubt photo shoot. Oh, this is one of one.
Crazy, bro. Where'd you get that? How'd you get that?
Car. That's a car right there. I can sell that and buy a car. Look at this. You know what this is? You're going to appreciate this.
Oh, yeah. That's hard to earn.
No, that's the actual photo.
Yeah, what was that? Who took that? Who did the photo? Was Danny? Was it Danny?
Yeah, Danny. He also did this. Look at this. No one's ever seen this photo ever. Mob Deep. It's like 100 of these photo projects.
Dude, that's fire. That's fire right there.
I got mad shit. You know, remember Lloyd's in Brooklyn?
Oh, yeah.
So Caves drew this for me. There's the one of one that he drew for me of Nas because I ordered a piece that him and Peter Pay did. And when I ordered it on the website, I didn't know either one of them personally. And it got stolen from the museum it was in. So they were like, we got to make it up to you. They were like, anyone else, we would have refunded the money. So Peter Paid made this for me. This is one of one. And Caves made that. So I got 2 for 1. Shout out to Tristan. Tristan in my last album cover. I got all his bear breaks, all his like dunnies, all that. I'm pissed off that the view looks trash because it's really special.
No, that's an amazing view, man. That's amazing. Not bad, Statik.
Yeah, man.
Congrats on all your success, brother.
Appreciate it, man. We just getting started still. There's so much music coming. It's what I got.
And this is really what it is.
No, this is 24/7. She got him. Sing something.
Why?
She has a beautiful singing voice. You're on the album. She hates that she's on my album. She's on the album.
You'll like it later.
Slime and falsetto.
Singing and slime. Singing slime. Well, Statik, I know you.
Battery fell all these.
Oh yeah. Oh, that right there.
Look at this. This is signed by Shepard Ferry.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Last day is tomorrow.
Yay. Yay.
She's going to private school in September, so tomorrow's a big deal.
No, it's not.
Yes,
It's a stupid deal.
It's a stupid deal?
So much. Everyone does. My wife. I think that's why Miss ruined.
I think you're ruined.
Look at what shreds.
I hated school when I was a kid. Everybody hated school when they were a kid.
Yeah.
I did too. Going to school.
Well, Statik, brother, I'll let you go because you got your hands full.
We're jumping in the pool right now.
I want to thank you for making time.
It's all good, man. I appreciate you having me.
And congrats on everything, man. I'd say it's more than one thing, so I'm just gonna say on everything.
Appreciate you, bro.
There's water in my hair. There's soap in my hair because slime is made out of soap and shaving cream and glue. So there's glue in my hair and it's gonna stay like that.
Everybody pray for me.
Yeah, let's say a prayer for Statik Selektah in the slime.
I gotta clean this up.
At least it sticks to each other. Look.
This is disgusting.
Oopsies. It's not. You're disgusting. Please, can you get the ones that's dripping off the side?
No, you can.
My hands are full of it.
All right, brother.
All right, well, thank everybody for tuning in to the Leedz Entertainment Podcast. Very special guest, Statik Selektah.
Don't edit it. Leave it all. Don't edit any of it.
I'm not.
You're going to Catholic school next year. Let's see how that goes. Catholic means that you pray to a sky Jesus.
Okay, that's going to be annoying.
All right, bro.
I'll talk soon, bro.
Jeez.